Hi everyone, I'm Jack Red. Originally, not too long ago, I made part 2 of the Sonic the Hedgehog series. But due to a copyright infringement, they had to remove the music, and yeah, that's why I had to remake it again. This time without an intro, but with pictures, so you're still going to see some good pictures. And I'm still going to talk about the games, but now this portion is about 3D Sonic games in the main series. So let's get this started, shall we? Sonic Adventure is one of the greatest games of our time. It's surprising that it came out the same day as the Sega Dreamcast and the movie. It is just epic. I mean, it still stands as the best 3D Sonic game of all time. If you haven't played this, I'll be surprised. It is a damn good game. Basically, you start as Sonic, and then eventually in story mode with Sonic, go on with the other characters. Now, you have the option to continue as Sonic all the way, or you can switch to the other characters as soon as you unlock them. It is really unique. You get stuff with them, you get all these multi-styled levels. You know, I like playing the Super Sonic, even though it's very, very short. Well, how long you can actually play them on for, so. I gotta say, with this Sonic game, I give this one 2 thumbs up. You gotta play it. If you haven't played it, it'd be a shock. It is just one of the greatest Sonic games of all time, and you just must. You just have to play it. It is just that good. You have to play it. You have to love it. It is just fucking incredible. It's like Super Mario 64, Super Mario World. You know, the good Mario games for the Mario franchise. It is just one of those Sonic games you just want to play again and again. It is just so goddamn fun. So I gotta say, is if you're gonna play it, do me a favor and play it with pride. You know, just play it and know how awesome it is. Especially if you have the original Sega Dreamcast version. That version is still the best. A lot of people didn't like the GameCube port that much, but I can see why. So, let's go on to the next. Now, Sonic Adventure 2 was its sequel in the Sega Dreamcast. It actually was the first Sonic game to be on a Nintendo console. This marked that Mario kicked Sonic's ass, and yeah, with this transaction, Sega games can be on all these consoles. So that is actually going to be Nintendo in appearance. But when it comes down to the popularity of that Nintendo, you know, it is hard to believe that Sega managed to put a dent in some people. Like, I'm mostly into Sega, and I do love Sonic. So, with this one, you lose the freedom of going around. You also lose your freedom of selecting which character. Now you got to pick which side. For instance, if you pick Dark, you got to play as Rude the Bat, Shadow the Hedgehog, and Dr. Eggman. Now, as for the heroes, you got to play as Sonic the Hedgehog, Miles, Tails, Powder, and Knuckles the A-Dot. Now, the last story is you basically play as Shadow, and then you got to take turns playing as Super Shadow and Super Sonic in the end. So I gotta say, with this one, even though you do get some recommended items, this one was pretty damn good for a sequel, but with some of the things in the game, I would say it was holding back from being better than the original, but it's still a damn good game. I still say you have to play this one. It is just one of the best storylines I have ever heard for a Sonic game. And I loved the music just as much as the original, so I have to say this is pretty much one of the best sequels in a Sonic game I have ever seen. You just have to get your hands on this one too. Sonic Heroes. What can I say about this one is you get 4 teams. You get Team Hero, Team Dark, Team Kralix, and Team Rose, I believe. And then you can unlock the hidden team in the last storyline, which is Team Super Sonic, which is basically the same as Team Hero, but just super versions of all 3 of them, which is Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. So I gotta say, with this one, the music is still good. Some of the levels could have been better. The teamwork thing kind of got me because I like playing a Sonic game with at least 1 or 2 characters. And of course, you know what I'm talking about. Like when you play the main game and then out of nowhere a second person comes and just hits the button, you know, starts playing as Tails. You're just like, wow, you can actually have them play at the same time. It's just awesome. But you don't really do that here. Nope. You do multiplayer in this one, but not. I would say on the racing level that Sonic Adventure 2 did a little better with that. So What I gotta say is, with this particular title, you might want to get it, you might not. I still have to put it on the middle line because I'm not sure if you want to play this or not. I know I'm not that much into Sonic Heroes, but I'm just being directly honest, as I feel I just like playing as one or two characters, like I said, and playing as three can be a little confusing. So, let's go to the next. Sonic the Hedgehog. This one was a really unique game because you got all these storylines, multiple paths. You get hidden weapons. You actually get 10 endings that are multiple, not alternate, and then the true endings in the last story, which I like. It took the concept out of the story and just went beyond it. And I don't want to see another Sonic game doing that. It's just, I know some people dislike it because it could have been better. I still have to say the game was pretty damn good. I mean, to be able to do this shit, with all the multiple paths, you gotta give it some credit, goddammit. I mean, it's one of the greatest Sonic games of all our time, it's just awesome. And since I'm a big fan of Sonic the Hedgehog, that's another plus for me. It's just effing awesome. Now, one complaint about the game is that he's actually driving around and using guns. What's technically wrong with it? Because that is basically showing a little bit of his personality, going around just doing that shit. He's more like Vegeta in Dragon Ball franchise. He just flat dislikes Goku, who's the one that's very competitive and is usually the one that kicks most of these villains' asses no matter what happens. So I gotta say with this one, if you want to play it, that'll be fine. If you don't want to play it, it is also fine. You don't have to play this. It's still in the borderline. I would have to say this one is more good than the last one, in my opinion, because I like Sonic the Hedgehog more than Sonic Heroes. But that's up to you to make your decision on which one is better and which one you have more fun with. So let's go to the next one. Oh god, Sonic the Hedgehog on the 360. I just reviewed this piece of shit. It is the worst out of the main series. Don't even play this. Unless you're a dedicated Sonic fan like me, don't play this. Please, just don't play it. It is horrible beyond imagination. It is just fucked on every level. Let me just tell you this much. If you actually played this game, you might lose your sanity. Yes, it is that bad. It is one of the absolute worst Sonic games in the history of gaming. Just don't fucking play it, okay? Just don't fucking play it. It will just make your mind go delirious. It will make you just want to snap. Let's go to the next game before I just lose it. Finally, we're to Sonic Unleashed. This one, okay, I didn't like the concept that much. I'll be honest with you. And the level up just takes forever, but it's okay. The cutscenes are better than Sonic 06, and the game plays a lot better. And everything in this one just was a major improvement over Sonic 06, but that's not really saying much because some sites actually rate this lower than Sonic 06. Why would you do that? Come on. They tried really fucking hard just to make this better than Sonic 06, and what are you gonna do? You're gonna rate it lower than that. Is your expectations really fucking high? I'm sorry to piss off such sites as GameSpot or IGN and shit like that, but it's just, can you give this game a fucking try? Before you just be like, okay, this is worse than Sonic 06, next. It just pisses me off to no end when I see that. I got it on the 360. I think the game is okay. It just takes too damn long to beat it. And yeah. But the point is, it was a better made game. You can, it's easier to buy shit. It's easier for you to level up. It's funner to go through the levels. And some of the you do lose some of the characters, yes, but at least you have the Dr. Eggman going around terrorizing the fucking planet, so that's what I'm happy about. So I'm Jack Red, I'm enjoying the video, and I'll see y'all later.